Shalom and welcome to Who is Yahuah. Thank you for joining me as we gather today's portion from the scriptures. Today's reading is Barashyth, Genesis chapters 35 through 37. Barashyth, Genesis chapter 35. And Elohim said to Yaqab, "Arise, go up to Byth'Al and live there. Make a slaughter place there to all who appeared to you when you fled from the face of Ashu, your brother." So Yaqab said to his household and to all who were with him, "Put away the foreign mighty ones that are among you. Cleanse yourselves and change your garments. Let us arise and go up to Byth'Al, and I will make there a slaughter place to all who answered me in the day of my distress, and has been with me wherever I have gone." They gave to Yaqab all the foreign mighty ones in their hands, and all their earrings in their ears. Yaqab hid them under the terebinth tree near Shechem. As they journeyed, the terror of Elohim was on all the cities around them, so they did not pursue the sons of Yaqab. Yaqab and all the people with him came to Luz, that is Byth'Al, in the land of Canaan. He built a slaughter place there and called the place Al Byth'Al, because there Elohim appeared to him when he fled from the face of his brother. Deborah, Rechab's nurse, died and was buried below Byth'Al under the terebinth tree, which he called Alun Bakuth. Elohim appeared to Yaqab again after he returned from Padan Aram and blessed him. Elohim said to him, "Your name is Yaqab. You shall no longer be called Yaqab, but Yashar'al shall be your name." So he called his name Yashar'al. Elohim also said to him, "I am Al Shadi. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations will come from you, and sovereigns will descend from you. The land that I gave to Abraham and Yitzchak I give to you. I will also give this land to your seed after you." Then Elohim went up from him at the place where he had spoken with him. Yaqab set up a standing column in the place where he spoke with him, a pillar of stone. He poured a drink offering on it and poured oil on it. Yaqab called the name of the place where Elohim spoke with him Byth'Al. They departed from Byth'Al, and when they were near Ephrathah, Rachal went into hard labor and struggled to give birth. During her severe labor, the midwife said to her, "Do not be afraid, for you have another son." As her soul departed, for she died, she named him Ban-a-Uni, but his father called him Banyamyn. So Rachal died and was buried on the way to Ephrathah, which is Beth-Laham. Yaqab set up a standing column over her grave. It is the monument of Rachal's grave to this day. Yashar'al journeyed and pitched his tent beyond the tower of Adar. While Yashar'al lived in that land, Ra'uban went and lay with Bala'ah, his father's concubine, and Yashar'al heard of it. The sons of Yaqab, the sons of La'ah, Ra'uban, Yaqab's firstborn, Shama'un, Lui, Yehudah, Yashakar, and Zabulun. The sons of Rachal, Yahusaph, and Banyamyn. The sons of Bala'ah, Rachal's female servant, Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zalphah, La'ah's female servant, Gad and Ashar. These were the sons of Yaqab, born to him in Padan Aram. Yaqab came to his father Yitzchak at Mamoreh, Karyith Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Yitzchak had lived as foreigners. The days of Yitzchak were 180 years. Yitzchak breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people, old and satisfied with days. His sons, Ashu and Yaqab, buried him. Barashyth, Genesis chapter 36. This is the genealogy of Ashu, who is Adum. Ashu took his wives from the daughters of Canaan: Adah, the daughter of Ailun, the Chati, and Ahalibamah, the daughter of Anah, the granddaughter of Sabah, the Hui, and Bashemath, Yashma'al's daughter, sister of Nabiuth. Adah bore Aliphaz to Ashu, and Bashemath bore Ra'ual. Ahalibamah bore Yaush, Yalam, and Karak. These were the sons of Ashu, who were born to him in the land of Canaan. Ashu took his wives, his sons, his daughters, all the beings of his household, his herds, all his beasts, and all his possessions, which he had gained in the land of Canaan, and went to a land away from the presence of his brother Yaqab. Their possessions were too great for them to dwell together, and the land where they were living could not support them because of their herds. So Ashu settled in Mount Shair. Ashu is Adum. This is the genealogy of Ashu, father of Adum, in Mount Shair. These were the names of Ashu's sons: Aliphaz, son of Adah, wife of Ashu, and Ra'ual, son of Bashemath, wife of Ashu. The sons of Eliphaz were Theman, Aumar, Saphu, Gatham, and Kanaz. Thamnah was the concubine of Eliphaz, Ashu's son, and she bore Amalek to Eliphaz. These were the sons of Adah, Ashu's wife. The sons of Ra'u'al were Nahath, Zerach, Shema, and Mazah. These were the sons of Bashemath, Ashu's wife. The sons of Ahalibamah, Ashu's wife, the daughter of Anah, and the granddaughter of Sabaun were Yaush, Yalam, and Karach. These were the chiefs of Ashu's descendants. The sons of Eliphaz, Ashu's firstborn, were Chief Theman, Chief Amar, Chief Saphu, Chief Kanaz, Chief Karach, Chief Gatham, and Chief Amalek. These were the chiefs of Eliphaz in the land of Adum. They were the sons of Adah. These were the sons of Ra'u'al, Ashu's son, Chief Nahath, Chief Zerach, Chief Shema, and Chief Mazah. These were the chiefs of Ra'u'al in the land of Adum. They were the sons of Bashemath, Ashu's wife. The sons of Ahalibamah, Ashu's wife, were Chief Yaush, Chief Yalam, and Chief Karach. These were the chiefs descended from Ahalibamah, Ashu's wife, the daughter of Anah. These were the sons of Ashu, who is Adum, and these were their chiefs. These were the sons of Shair, the Kari, who inhabited the land: Lutan, Shubal, Sabaun, and Anah, Dashun, Atsar, and Dishan. These were the chiefs of Kari, the sons of Shair, in the land of Adum. The sons of Lutan were Kari and Himnam. Lutan's sister was Thamnah. The sons of Shubal were Alun, Manachath, Aibal, Shaphu, and Aunam. The sons of Sabaun were Aiah and Anah. This was the Anah who found the water in the wilderness while feeding the donkeys of his father, Sabaun. The children of Anah were Dashan and Ahalibamah, the daughter of Anah. The sons of Dashan were Hamdan, Ashban, Yathran, and Karan. The sons of Atsar were Baalhan, Zaun, and Akan. The sons of Dishan were Auts and Aran. These were the chiefs of Kari: Chief Lutan, Chief Shubal, Chief Sabaun, Chief Anah, Chief Dashun, Chief Atsar, and Chief Dishan. These were the chiefs of the Kari according to their clans in the land of Shair. These were the sovereigns who reigned in the land of Adum before any sovereign reigned over the children of Yashar'al. Bala, son of Ba'ur, reigned in Adum, and the name of his city was Dan Habah. Bala died, and Ubab, son of Zerach of Batzrah, reigned in his place. Ubab died, and Chasham of the land of the Themani reigned in his place. Chasham died, and Hadad, son of Badad, who struck Madian in the field of Moab, reigned in his place. The name of his city was Au'ith. Hadad died, and Shamlah of Mashrakah reigned in his place. Shamlah died, and Shaul of Rachabuth by the river reigned in his place. Shaul died, and Baal Hanan, son of Akbor, reigned in his place. Baal Hanan, son of Akbor, died, and Hadar reigned in his place. The name of his city was Fa'u, and his wife's name was Ma'itab Al, the daughter of Matrad, the granddaughter of Zahab. These were the names of the chiefs of Ashu by their clans and territories: Chief Thaman, Chief Aluah, Chief Yathath, Chief Ahalibamah, Chief Allah, Chief Finan, Chief Kanaz, Chief Theman, Chief Mabatzar, Chief Magad-Eal, Chief Airam. These were the chiefs of Adum, according to their dwelling places in the land of their possession. Ashu was the father of Adum. Barashyth, Genesis chapter 37. And Yaqab dwelt in the land of his father's sojournings, in the land of Canaan. This is the genealogy of Yaqab. Yahusaph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brothers. The young man was with the sons of Bala'ah and the sons of Zalphah, his father's wives. Yahusaph brought an evil report of them to his father. Yashar'al loved Yahusaph more than all his children because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a long robe. But when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak a word of shalom to him. Yahusaph dreamed a dream and told it to his brothers, so they hated him even more. He said to them, "Please listen to this dream which I have dreamed. See, we were binding sheaves in the field, and look, my sheaf rose up and also stood upright, while your sheaves stood all around and bowed down to my sheaf. His brother said to him, "Shall you indeed reign over us? Shall you indeed have dominion over us?" So they hated him even more because of his dreams and his words. He dreamed yet another dream and told it to his brothers, saying, "See, I have dreamed another dream. And look, the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars bowed down to me." He told it to his father and his brothers, and his father rebuked him, saying, "What is this dream that you have dreamed? Shall we indeed come, I, your mother, and your brothers, to bow down to the earth before you?" His brothers envied him, but his father kept the matter in mind. His brothers went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. Yahusaph said to Yahusaph, "Are your brothers not feeding the flock in Shechem? Come, I will send you to them." So he said to him, "Here I am." He said, "Please go and see if it is well with your brothers and with the sheep, and bring word back to me." So he sent him out of the valley of Hebron, and he went to Shakemah. A man found him wandering in the field and asked him, "What are you seeking?" He said, "I am looking for my brothers. Please tell me where they are feeding their sheep." The man said, "They have departed from here, for I heard them say, 'Let us go toward Dathanah.'" So Yahusaph went after his brothers and found them in Dathan. They saw him from a distance, and before he came near, they conspired against him to kill him. They said to one another, "Look, this master of dreams is coming. Come now, let us kill him and throw him into one of the pits, and we will say, 'A wild beast has devoured him.' Then we will see what becomes of his dreams." But Reuben heard and rescued him out of their hands, saying, "Let us not take his life." Reuben said, "Do not shed blood. Throw him into this pit in the wilderness, but do not lay a hand on him, that he might rescue him and bring him back to his father." So when Yahusaph came to his brothers, they stripped him of his long robe, the robe that was on him. They took him and threw him into the pit. The pit was empty, with no water in it. They sat down to eat a meal. Looking up, they saw a caravan of Yashma'alim coming from Gilad, their camels bearing spices, balm, and myrrh, going to Matzrimah. Yahudah said to his brothers, "What profit is there if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Yashma'alim and not harm him with our hands, for he is our brother, our flesh." His brothers agreed. Then Madianim traders passed by, so they pulled Yahusaph up out of the pit and sold him to the Yashma'alim for 20 pieces of silver. They took Yahusaph to Matzrimah. When Reuben returned to the pit and saw that Yahusaph was not there, he tore his clothes. He returned to his brothers and said, "The boy is gone, and where shall I go now?" They took Yahusaph's robe, slaughtered a male goat, and dipped the robe in its blood. They brought the long robe to their father and said, "We found this. Please identify whether it is your son's robe or not." He recognized it and said, "It is my son's robe. A wild beast has devoured him. Yahusaph has surely been torn to pieces." Yaqab tore his garments, put sackcloth on his waist, and mourned for his son many days. All his sons and daughters tried to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted, saying, "I will go down to the grave to my son in mourning." So his father wept for him. Meanwhile, the Madianim sold him to Matzrimah, to Futifar, an officer of Farah and captain of the guard. Thank you for joining me to gather today's portion. May we continue seeking Yahuah through his word and growing in the knowledge of him one day at a time until Yahushua gathers us. Shalom.